the different ways to find a document on the left search panel. All of those different options will help you find something if you misplace it or if you put it in a folder that you don't know which folder it was in. Alright, so let's share a document. If I am in the parameters document and I would like to share this document so that everybody else can view it and help us out. As you guys can see, other people have put their 2 cents into this document, and we have created a working document that is keeps changing and will keep changing over the year. If I click on share, so I'm in my document now. This is a document that I have created, but we need some collaboration on it to make it the best possible. This is parameters for our one-to-one laptop program, so a lot of people need to have input into this in order to make this the best program. So I click on share and it gives me a couple different options. I can invite people, I can get the link to share, or I can email as an attachment. Okay, the first thing and the most widely used is invite people. So if I want people to be on my document and collaborate with it, I can invite anybody on here. So if I want to invite Jenny, this isn't my school email, so that's usually it would come up from our school email. It's it's really nice. Just like in Gmail, when you click even keywords J, it would bring up all my J contacts, and then I'd just be able to click on them. So if I wanted to invite anybody on this, is it Jay Walker? Okay, so if I wanted to invite Jenny to this, I can make sure that she can edit it, or I can just make sure that she can view it. If you wanted to send a message to her, then I can just say, hey, check this out, let me know what you think. Okay, so I can send a copy to myself, and then I can hit send. Now, when you are doing this for your classes, this is nice because in my opinion, you should ask your students to invite you as a collaborator on every document that they make. So every time they're making a document, you should say, I need to be added as a collaborator. Okay. Now, you don't want 100 different email notifications like I was saying. So you can add without sending invitation. So I can add Jenny without sending an invitation to her. So if she already had known about this and we had talked about, hey, this is going to happen, one-to-one program, everybody needs to collaborate on this, I'm going to be sending out a Google Doc, then I don't need to surprise her with an email invitation that says, here is the Google Doc, and she'd say, oh, what is this? She already knows it's coming, so I add without sending an invitation, and then it gives me, it just lets me know that they won't know and they need to sign in. I say okay, so there we go. Now here are all the people that are on this document right now.
I'll just see this show up in the document.
Now, yes, Jenny will not receive it as an email. It will just pop up in her Docs page, in her Google Docs page, and it will say new next to it. I'm pretty sure. So now, when your students do this, you will just have Google Docs. You'll just have documents popping up in your documents. And this is how I prefer it because I don't want all the email notifications. So once I see them in my documents, then I drag them to the folder. And so as soon as they pop up in my documents, I immediately just grab it and drag it to whatever period that I have it in. So, and then when I go check on their progress, I can click on the period, click on that person's name because their name will be attached to the name of the document, and then we can collaborate together. I can comment, check the progress, all that kind of good stuff. So that is one way to share. So I shared it with Jenny without sending an invitation to her. All right, now I can also, when I go to share a document, I can do the exact same thing except send it and then she'll get an email notification. Now with an email notification, it is not an attachment. It is just a link that brings you to your documents, which brings you to the document itself that is already in your documents. It just lets you know. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so that is probably the most widely used way. Another one is get the link to share. Now for this specific presentation, I would get my presentation and then I'd click on get a link to share and allow anyone with this link to view. They don't need to sign in because you guys are just going to be viewing the presentation, not making edits to it. You can allow them to edit, but I'm just going to send a link to everybody or post it up on the internet so people can view it later. And then I hit save and close. It gives me this. I just right click on it. I copy this link and now I have the link to the document. Okay. Now you can add this link into any document that you want. I can upload it to an email or whatever you'd like. Okay, that's a nice way to get it to many people without typing in the addresses in the invite box. And lastly, we can email as an attachment. Now, a couple things that is nice about this. If you wanted to email it as an attachment, you can do it as a Microsoft Word document if you know the person will be actually using it, putting it on their hard drive, or for any reason they don't have internet access where they are going. Then they can open this up, they can open it up as a Word document. And then when they get to wherever they're going, they have the Word document and they don't have to access the internet. Then they have this Word document that they can still use and they never had to get on Google Docs wherever they were going. They could just do it previous to. So you can email it as an attachment or you could just paste it straight into the email, which is also a nice nice thing to it. So if you just wanted the email to look as if you had written the email like that, then you can just paste this document straight into the email. And then again, send a message to them letting them know. So in the classroom, like I said, students should add you as a collaborator on every document. This way that you can monitor, comment, help if you need. All right, through collaboration, students can create regardless of what type of computer they have. They can collaborate in and out of class. Okay, group work becomes individual and fair to assess. This part I put in there, fair to assess, because I believe that through the revision history and being able to see who has contributed the whole time. So if I go back through the revision history and I see that there is only revisions by 2 people out of a 4-person group, then I know that that group work was not actually group work. It was 2 people that did all the work. So I can fairly assess the group by seeing who actually contributed to the document. So even though it's group work, it becomes an individual. You can attach that individual assessment to it because you can see who has contributed. You can keep documents for life. The students can. They can keep them for life and store them on the internet. No need for flash drives or lost work. So if they ever want to create a portfolio of work they've done or created, if they can upload it to Google Docs or they created it in Google Docs, then it is theirs for life. As long as they keep their Google account, they have this document and they can access it, share it, publish it at any time. So this is a couple things that the students can do. They can collaborate and create in new and faster ways than before without using hard drives or flash drives, and it becomes all their work. So now teachers can, through Google Docs, we can encourage collaboration outside of class, which is very essential so that they don't just check out. And I find that through Google Docs they do much better work because they think about it outside of class too. So we can monitor group work, student progress, and give feedback. Easily embed docs into sites. Now if we have our own Google Sites or a wiki, Google Sites especially, if we have our own Google site, it's like automatic. Any document that we create, spreadsheet, presentation, slide, if you have a PowerPoint that you do for your class and you want them to have the notes for it, then it can become either you did it in Google Docs or you upload it into Google Docs, and then you can embed it straight onto your site so they can access it. So it's easily embedded into Google Sites.